test. Let's see now. We've got normal mode, that's just an arcade style mode. Training mode, I'll show you. I want to show you baby-faced Akira because it's funny. These haven't I seen?
Fight! Ready, go!
So training mode is a little strange. It's very streamlined, I guess you could say. B button quits after you pause. A button cycles through the comm level, which goes up to 9. Should I try 9? And that's pretty much it. You've got, it shows your inputs on the left, and
Fight!
then you just
Ready,
just train, I guess. Oh shoot, it reset my buttons. Okay, I'm too confused right now. Let me see if it actually saves in the record mode. Stylish menu. This is the Japanese version. I had the US version, which came out a year later. Back in the day, I was super excited when it came out because the idea of owning a Virtua Fighter game at home after, I mean, it was this mind-blowing 3D game in the arcade after I'd been watching Street Fighter. So actually owning a Virtua Fighter, I was super excited, but it looked really blocky and gray to me. I guess I already owned Soul Calibur, I think. So compared to Soul Calibur, this was pretty rough graphically. And also the control felt stiff to me at the time. Now I didn't have the arcade sticks that existed for Dreamcast back in the day were junk. At least the ones that were sold in the US, and those were the only ones I knew how to get. So I didn't have a good arcade stick. Now I'm using a Hori Real Arcade Pro 5 with Sanwa buttons and stick, and it's pretty good. Brook adapter. So, and the input actually feels fine compared to Virtua Fighter 2, which has real control problems. If you bump into the other character when fighting in Virtua Fighter 2, your inputs get stuffed. It's ridiculous. It's so frustrating. Okay, so 3 does not have that problem. It actually feels like a decent fighting game control. So normal mode is arcade mode. Training mode we just looked at, except I have to remap my buttons, right? Oh, so if I load, this game takes up 12 blocks, which kind of seems like a lot, but whatever. Let's see if it... Oh, it didn't. ABY, no it did, okay, but I had to switch it to edit, that's weird. Oh, it's not quite what I wanted it on. My buttons are all weird with this converter and everything, I always have to look this up. So I don't want view, view is a terrible button. So escape is this game does have a fourth button because evading, which they call escape here, is on a fourth button. It's a new function. They didn't have evades in Virtua Fighter 1 and 2. And put this on not used. C not used. Wait a second, I'm missing. No, I got everything. Okay, I think that's it. Difficulty. Just had it on the default normal. Those are all on default. Sound test, you can't set volume or anything. That's pretty normal for a Dreamcast game, actually. So team battle mode I have not tried. I think you pick 3 characters or something and then do an arcade style thing from there. What else am I missing here? So versus records, if I save it now, will it... well, who knows? History is a video that is on YouTube. I've seen this on YouTube, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. It goes through some development footage of, well, I've only watched enough of it to see some of Virtua Fighter 1 and Virtua Fighter 2. And then it probably gets to 3. So yeah, Virtua Fighter 1. I actually like this, not this style, but this style. I want to play a game like that, looking like that. He looks like a transformer. Anyway, get out of here. Okay. Oh, that reboots the console. That was hitting all 4 face buttons and start. Boy. On the other hand, if you're in, I think, arcade mode and you hit all the buttons, it just goes back to the menu. Anyway. Or it goes back to the intro. Did I talk about VGA? This game is running through the VGA Kuro VGA box right now. It's not super sharp at my relatively low bandwidth, but you know, what can you do? Gotta get my 60 frames a second. So that's pretty much all that stuff. So now we just play stuff. How about that? I love Babyface Akira. Who haven't I sampled yet? Well, I haven't really tried. Well, I think I read on GameFAQs you hold the start button to and then press A to pick their other costume. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just hitting A by itself right now. I love Babyface Akira, and it seems like it's almost always pitting me against him in the first round, which is interesting, which implies that he's not the boss. In Virtua Fighter... Oh no, are my buttons messed up again? Yes. What the... Oh, it's because I reset the... So frustrating. So yeah, so there if I mash all the buttons, it does not reset the console. If I'm in that stupid history video thing, it does reset the whole console. I lose my button mappings. So wait, so I have not reloaded my save. What do the buttons say? They're still on edit, so this is not promising. A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So... history... Oh no, not that. Jeez. Okay. ABC. No, it doesn't save the buttons. Oh my gosh. Well, that's annoying. Or did it? APY is what I wanted. So, oh no, it did load it. Okay, I don't know what I was looking at the order of the buttons and not the actual mapping. So that's what I had. Okay, good. So there's a view button which changes the camera, and it'll do it like overhead, it's like a just top down view and a low view, and it's just not. It's really bad. I don't know what their idea was there. I guess they wanted to get some cinematic looks or something, but you can't use it for fighting. It's terrible. And the game has a 4th button, which is the evade button. They call it escape here. Did I already go over that in training mode? Basically, I'm bad at escaping or evading, and now that it's on a 4th button, I'm even worse, so I probably won't use it much. The AI uses it quite a bit. Okay. Button should be okay now. attention what Wolf's costume was, so I'm just doing the A button again. I like these character renders. For the most part, they're pretty good. And the faces, I mean, they're... Like, Pai's face here is better than... Well, that face here is better than 1 and 5. I don't know about her face on this character model, actually. Think of it. I knocked her hat off. I love that. Yeah! So, of course, throwing is the usual guard button plus... Oh, no. Plus punch. Aside from the new evade button being separate and everything, the controls are the usual Virtua Fighter style control. There's no in-game move list, so I don't really know what I'm doing here with specific moves. I like this Wolf default costume. Cool costume, actually. It matches his hair, too. How about that? And, of course, another thing that 3 did different was uneven stages sloping on I's stage here. I guess we're supposed to be on top of a building or something. Like, this was one level I remember seeing when I bought this game and played it very briefly. And I was very unimpressed. Look at the chunks in the shadow. Now that is just the Japanese version. They fixed that in the US version. They fixed the missing parts of character shadows, and they added an actual verse mode menu option. So in this Japanese version, if you want to play against your friend, you know, on couch, just versus play, you have to have one person start arcade mode or whatever it's called, I forget, single mode, or and then the other person, I guess, pushes their controller. Oh, how did she evade my throw? Oh no! Oh no! Who lost? I lost. Well, I did not expect to go flying that far.
Fight 2, ready, go!
Just punch and kick. Oh gosh. There is something really nice and solid about the input and the hits in this game. I mean, it's pretty similar to 4 in that respect, but the fact that it's simpler and more streamlined just gives it a little more snap in my mind. I kind of like that.
I'll praise you for your strength.
Whoa, what did he say? I'll trade you for your strength? Is that what he said? Oh man, big chop. It's funny how when a sweep is blocked, oh wow! When a sweep is blocked, it really stops the animation cold. It also happens in at least F5, the final showdown, and it's a really remarkable thing they do in terms of just having this interaction between two characters. And I'm surprised they were doing. Actually, maybe it happens in 2 now. I don't remember. I had 2 on the PS3. So that fight was actually not as hard as it seemed like it was going to be at first. I'm a little surprised. Now, when I was warming up and getting things ready and testing, yeah, so the first hit knocks Kage's mask off. So you can actually see Kage without his mask, which is pretty awesome. I also like, well, this costume always kind of weirded me out. Like, he's wearing, like, ooh-la-la, like he should be in, oh, what the heck was the name of the Dreamcast games with ooh-la-la dancing and the rhythms. Anyway, he should be in that. He should be like ooh-la-la's dance partner with those pants. Those are some shiny pants. And you wouldn't think a ninja would be wearing shiny pants. But maybe that's to trick people. They say that guy couldn't possibly be a ninja. Yes, he has some sort of weird mesh shirt, which we know from other games are popular with ninjas. But those shiny pants, he's not going to be hiding in shadows. There's no way he's a ninja. So yeah, evade is on a separate button, which would really annoy me if I actually used evade, but I'm a scrub and I hate evading. So even in Virtua Fighter games that have evade, I usually don't use it. So maybe at the beginning of a match sometimes. Man, I'm crushing on normal difficulty so far. Where's that, stage 4? 3? Keep expecting it to get tough here. Well, actually, I like Lion's hairdo. He looks a lot just more like a dude, like a kid. Whoa, that was some evading. Did they give him just a super long, lengthy evade? Or escape, as the Japanese version at least calls it. This is really annoying to have him running up and down the stairs. But yeah, I actually like Lion's look in this game. He doesn't... He looks like less of an annoying twerp. He still makes annoying voice sounds though, so I guess he still is a twerp. Same voice. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh wow. Wow, I broke his spine before I... Oh, that's good. That felt really good. Not that I'm big on violence, mind you. I'm a peaceful man of peace, but I don't mind breaking virtual Lion's virtual spine, because Lion is a real annoying dweeb. That's what I get for trying to throw him, I guess. Oh no. You screwed up, Lion. Could have had me, probably.
I'll praise you for your strength.
So, yeah, this is actually kind of shockingly good, good control, good feedback in this game. There's a YouTube streamer... I don't know if he's a streamer. There's a guy on YouTube named Oneida. He's also on the VirtuaFighter.com, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, he's a big fan of Virtua Fighter 3. He's got some good videos of it. It's ONEIDA, I think is his user handle on YouTube. So if you're interested in seeing some actually in-depth Virtua Fighter 3 videos, go check his stuff out. I think it was him. Yeah, I'm sure it was him. He just points out a lot of the sort of unique features of 3 and why it's worth checking out. And it seems to be pretty cool, actually. I mean, there isn't a whole lot. 4 would really revolutionize things as far as home play goes, with its Kumite mode, and then that was just sort of turned into a more complicated quest mode in 5 and so forth, and its AI functions in 4. But
I'll praise you for your strength.
It definitely got its refined input from this game as opposed to 2. The input in 2 is just messed up. It was a total dead end in terms of how it actually worked with collision boxes and inputs actually coming out. It was terrible. I'm not sure how 1 is in that sense. There's supposed to be a Sega little standalone mini console. I forget what it's even called. Oh, it's called is it the Blast City Mini? Something like that. Supposedly coming out like November or something, which is coming right up, isn't it? And in Japan, and that will, I was excited about that because that is going to have an emulated Virtua Fighter 1 in it. I would really prefer, though, that they just came out with it for PS4 or something. Maybe they will. I mean, if they're going to go to the trouble of getting an emulator working for it, it would be pretty easy to do, put it on a regular console, but...
I'll praise you for your strength.
So I have no idea if the input in Virtua Fighter, I can't talk. If the first VF had good controls, 2 is messed up. I think the PS3 version is a really good, it seems like a really accurate port. In other ways, it just seems really technically sharp, but man, the input is messed up. You bump in, if the enemy bumps into you or you bump into them, and then you say try to throw them, it just doesn't come out. It's absurd.
Fight 3, ready, go!
Yeah, this game does not have that problem. Very, very responsive control. Almost tempted to say more responsive than in 4. Oh. Oh shoot, I should have been able to follow that up. I should have. Oh, I'm dead. No. Well, I'm kind of crushing this mode. It's a little worrying, actually. There's a very tiny dish under his beard. Kind of a cartoon-looking Shun. Oh, this weird raft.
Ready, go!
Oh man, the spine break. Now, Shun came along in 2, but I don't think he had his drink meter in 2. So I'm really not sure how he worked in 2. I have to play him in 2. I hadn't been playing anybody except Jackie in 2 because that was the only way to avoid the lightning flashes in Sarah's stage in 2, but my eyes are feeling better these days, so I can play the other characters now, but I did play Sarah. I finally got through the game after like an hour of being stuck against Jackie, and oh, it's such a frustrating... The input is terrible. I don't know if I can really play it too much more.
I'll praise you for
This game,
your
though,
strength.
very playable.
Fight 3,
Very playable.
go!
Very good inputs. It was a bestseller in Japan, apparently. Whatever bestseller means. Apparently it sold really well in Japan as a launch title. But it did not sell so well. Wow. This is not really getting tougher as I go along. Apparently did not do so well in the States. I don't know the actual numbers, but yeah, I think people here, if they were like me, they just felt the graphics were not at all up to par with what was out by then, which was Soul Calibur, which looked incredible. And the control, at least on whatever controller I had, did not feel great. Oh no, this is not going well. I think it doesn't help also that it is... it's a little... Actually, the controls are pretty simple, except for this evade or escape thing. I don't know what they call it in the US version, but... Like, it's kind of tough to pick up, and there's no tutorial or anything. I suppose there must have been a manual. I just got a disc-only version off eBay. This is a Japanese version anyway, so I don't know about the US version, but there was certainly no in-game instruction, so that could have made the game a little hard for people to pick up and get into. It's also just really short on single-player modes. So, you know, maybe if you US players weren't so much into the arcade experience. And this port is apparently not regarded as a great port anyway compared to the arcade version, so I don't know. But apparently Japanese players snapped it up anyway, but I don't know how into the arcade version US players were. Whatever the case was, it didn't do as well here.
Fight 5. Ready, go!
Maybe there was a secret. Maybe this Japanese version is the one you gotta get, even though it's got chunky, weird shadows in separate pieces and doesn't have a versus mode menu option. Well, I lost. I kind of want to continue. I don't usually continue, but I don't want to do another long normal mode playthrough. I want to see what comes at the end, because Akira is in 2. Akira is the boss, and in 1 as well. You do fight Dural after you beat Akira, but she's it's called just a bonus level. Okay, this is not going to go well. So technically, you always fought Akira as the last of the regular characters, and he was technically the boss. In this, you fight him first, or at least I just now fought him first. In this run, dang it. Oh, jeez, mixed it up. That didn't do much damage at all. Shoot. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So I just go right to Dural. Oh, she threw me out of my throw.
Fight 4. Ready, go!
This was Aoi's first appearance. She's pretty tough. Oh, that was lucky. I don't usually like continuing. Dang.
Fight 1. Ready, go!
Oh, nuts. And she's got the huge kick. I loved her in 4 because she has a huge kick. They started nerfing it after 4 though. In 4 Evolution they nerfed it a bit. In 5 they nerfed it more. Oh, dang it, she's so hard to throw. Gotcha. Please die. Thank you. But, before 5, she had this ridiculous kick. I don't know if it hits twice. Wow, live it up, I guess. I won 1 round. I don't know if it hits twice on a single kick in this. I forgot already, but in 4 it does. It's ridiculous. Some throws in, that's good. These aren't fancy throws. I don't know how to do his fancy throws. Oh, how did she block that? I guess I was just waiting too long. Okay. Okay, so far. I wonder if it notched down the difficulty for me a little bit after she stuck me twice. Uh-oh. Not so far this round. Huh, yeah, so you just go straight to Dural. I wonder if it saves Aoi there as sort of the playable character boss. Yeah, because this is just a bonus stage, as it says in the lower right, which means I won't be able to continue. I really like this music. Kind of sounds like anything but the girl musical group. And the stage now has this crazy golden tint in the air, and Dural is gold. I don't think I haven't seen her that way in any other VF game. Oh wow! Wow. So, pretty sure it won't let me continue. No, that's it. And if this is like other VF games, this will be showing the knockout I got against all the characters in the fights I won. Oh yeah, so this port was by Genki, not by Sega themselves? I forget if Genki was actually a separate company, or well, they must have been, I guess. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, a launch title, and it's a Sega arcade series. It's one of their big ones, and they didn't even do it themselves. I suppose the VF team was probably working on, something actual, so they just like, yeah, porting's easy, right? So there's Alphabet Man. There is a code to play him, and guard button? Oh. Did I go the wrong way? Yeah. Dead. Okay. Oh, it's so weird. I totally forgot how to do this in 2 the other day. Oh, it's not entering. So I'm gonna run out of time now. Do I have to knock him down? I don't know. I really hate... Oh, I don't get it. Terrible. Oh, this has orbs as well, or something. What do the orbs mean?
Game over.
I was playing VF4 Evolution Quest Mode. I don't know about the history. Get me out of here. What's going on now? Oh, we really need to hold on to console. Okay, hit start. And I noticed there's orbs in Evolution. I forgot to look up what they do. I've forgotten. Okay, so wait, team battle, here we go. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick 3 characters, oh boy. Let's do, well, gotta do Taka, right? He's new in this one. And, oh, gotta hurry up, Owie, and, Shun?
Fight 1. Ready, go!
Oh, what's happening? I wonder if they got this idea from King of Fighters, because this came out in what, 90 in the arcade in 96 or something, right? So KOF was out for a few years. Where's the other game I was just playing? Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R on PS3. That has a team battle mode, 3-on-3 thing.
Fight 2, ready, go!
The music in this game is pretty good. Oh man, it's so fun beating up on level 1 Lion. He just took it. Just chop him up. Brief load time.
Fight 3, ready, go!
Still in trouble with Stage 1 Owie, though. So Taka does not have a guard plus kick move. Oh wow. That was a heck of a wake-up attack. That was a wake-up attack. Well, you guys got crushed by Taka.
Fight one. Ready, go!
What if his mask pops off? It's a good throw animation. Wow. Jeez. Well, that was a crushing. How much health do I get back? It's down to like 92% health there.
Fight
Got
two.
all of it.
Ready, go!
Oh, wow. I like Taka's alternate costume. His tiny head is so funny, though. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Yeah. That was down forward, maybe kick. This is a good fighting game.
Fight three. Ready, go!
Hopefully, the CPU in the higher difficulty levels does get challenging. In the normal, it's pretty surprisingly easy, actually. For a VF game. Well, Virtua Fighter 2 is ridiculously hard. But a lot of that may just have to do with the controls being terrible. So in this game, you can actually your character does what you want them to do,
ready,
and
go!
it's a much easier game. Now, so yeah, I like how his head popped off there. That is an awesome wolf costume, really. Look at those boots and spurs. Damn. But I even like his default costume is just him wearing like white workout pants or something, like red workout pants. Dang it. Oh man. Trying to throw him and it's not working at all. Dang it. Okay, so he has 1 pixel of health.
I'll praise you for your strength.
What does it go up to now? Pretty smooth transition effect there.
Fight
Oh, you don't
two.
get much health
Ready,
back at all.
go!
Oh, wow. I remember not being impressed by this stage back in the day. And again, next to
Fight
Soul
three.
Calibur, I
Ready,
suppose it didn't look that
go!
great. Pretty cool concept, and I think the arcade version looks a lot better anyway. Oh no, why was I just standing there? Man, Kage is a handsome dude without his mask. Oh yeah, she can hit twice with 1 kick. Hold on. Oh no! Okay. Yeah. She looks good in this game. Her face actually looks good. I guess it looks pretty good in 4 too, I guess. So I shouldn't act that surprised.
Fight four. Ready,
It's really,
go!
it's really 5 that just had some face problems. Well, okay, Chun's face didn't look great there. A little uncanny valley, a little like 5.
Fight five. Ready, go!
Shun's face is a little cartoonish looking in a strange way. Oh, that was so smooth though. Oh, shoot, how did I lose so much health? Yeah. Both our hats are side by side there. Oh.
Fight one.
Yeah,
Ready?
it was definitely this stage that I came into when I put this game in my US Dreamcast back in the... Oh, wow. The birds go pretty low. And it's just got this grayish haze over everything. Which, wow, those birds were stuck against the fence. I don't remember birds being in this stage. And this grayish, hazy stage with the weird, you're on this weird angled rooftop, and what the heck is going on, it really did not impress me. I think I also remember the Wall of China stage being one I played on in my little encounter with the game after I bought it, and I didn't really like that stage either. Again, a rather grayish stage. Yeah, this game is fun. And not ridiculously hard like 2, and not horrible inputs like 2. God, their kick is so amazing. After 4, they just started nerfing it. They did a really good job with her in this game. Like even in 5, her default hair looks weird, and here it actually looks like kind of like a hairdo might look. Aside from being low poly, actually Akira's hair looks good too. Oh, he just took that one. Look at the detail in the yellow stitching on his knee and even on his belt. A lot of the textures in this game are pretty low detail. In the backgrounds. The character textures are pretty good though.
Fight one.
Oh,
Ready?
wow, the lighting.
Go!
Like, look how detailed his little jock strap is. There's a big picture on it. His, what do you call that? Loincloth. That's the word. Loincloth. I know. Take that hit.
Fight 2, ready, go!
Oh, I like that Jeffrey costume. I thought I just liked the color mostly. He's wearing giant high tops. Almost look like high top kids. Big old souls. Ow.
Fight 3, ready, go!
Oh, so those are pretty short range. Uh-oh. I thought he was going to throw me off. This stage is pretty cool. Not sure about the red haze. That's weirded me out a bit, but the fact that you're on this round, elevated platform is pretty cool.
Go!
Oh gosh. Also, I love how Wolf's hat pops off. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Ah, shoot. Okay. So, it's a small shun versus a large wolf.
Fight 5, ready, go!
Where do I get my drinks? Whoa, I'm up to 10 drinks? Oh shoot. I don't think I'm gonna get thrown out, but it's gonna do a lot of damage. It sure did. Ooh, another close one. Wow. Well, so far Team Battle's pretty fun. I guess I don't know why it wouldn't be. I mean, you're just taking the KOF formula, so you get all these matchups in a single match. Kind of fun.
Fight
Oh,
one,
now this is
ready,
the stage
go!
that prevented me from getting this game earlier. Because I think these little lights start blinking. Oh, wow.
No way you can stop me.
Yeah, they're blinking here. And I was feeling very photosensitive for a while. I had my lighting.
Fight
My apartment
two,
here was
ready,
not so good.
go!
I didn't want any games with blinking lights. Yeah, take it, Jackie. So this is looking bad so far. Oh, gee. This is the first time I've fought Jackie in this game, at least since I played it years ago in the US. And he smoked my Tirashi. Like, those sparks are really good looking. I just don't like the flash a whole lot on the lighting effect on the level, which, in a sense, is kind of impressive.
Fight three, ready, go!
Yes. We have these dynamic lighting effects. Oh. Little glass floor here. Popping her hat off. Oh, how he is stomping. Yeah, not a big fan of the whatever the heck the sparks are supposed to be coming from. Okay, this could be
Fight
rough.
four, ready,
It's weird. So
go!
I wonder if these teams are fixed or if they must be random, right? Oh yeah. Oh no. And now we crushed. Not a fan of the sparks. Jeez. Babyface Akira. I actually like how he looks. He looks worried too. Like usually in other games,
ready, go!
he just looks older and angry, and just super serious. So it's nice that he's like a youthful guy in this. He just looks kind of like he's a little concerned about how things might go. Man, Tiyarashi's wake-up swipe is huge, but he blocked it. Young Akira just blocked it and thrashed me. I do like Akira's costume in this. The costumes in this are good.
Fight two, ready,
The
go!
black gi is awesome. Black gi with a red headband. And look at the detail on it. It's got little gold lettering on the belt and on the jacket. It's a really cool costume, man. I like the colors on Aoi Sakama. I like this music. There's a lot to like in this game. There's not much in the way of modes,
Ready, go!
but the actual fighting is super good. Well, aside from me not liking the evade button, or the escape button as this Japanese version calls it, now Sarah's face is a little weird. Okay, well, she trashed my Aoi. Wait a second. Sarah was on the last team I fought. She was in the last stage. Okay. What was I doing? Well, I don't think it's going to give me back a whole lot of health, so this is going to be a miracle if I get by Hirashi here. This is good music, man. I like that portrait there, too.
Fight five, ready, go!
I don't really like his tiny head. Am I dead? Sure am. Wow, he just came out, grabbed my head, and that was it. Not dead, he's just Resting. No, that's alright.
Game over.
But fun game. Not a ton of stuff to do. But also, well, that was a good challenge level there from the point of view of me being a noob at playing this Virtua Fighter. I got to stage 7. I had some good battles. That was on normal difficulty. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. But as far as actually stuff to do, there is just, single player arcade mode, normal mode, and then 3-on-3 arcade mode, team battle mode. That's pretty much it. But I am impressed. The control is very good, very responsive. Didn't seem like characters had a ton of moves, but I mean, I guess they must have as many moves as they have in 2 at least. I don't know. There's no move list in the game, so I don't know. I was just hitting buttons and hoping stuff worked. So yeah, that was. After 2 being so, the inputs being so horrible in 2, I didn't know what to expect for 3, and my initial very unimpressed impression of it back in the day on Dreamcast as a younger tad. But no, it's a darn solid fighting game. All right, so the other Dreamcast game that I ordered did come today as well, along with Virtua Fighter 3 TB from separate eBay sellers. Both came today. It came from Japan, and excited about that one. So I will hopefully be playing that one tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but it's a good one that I did have back in the day as well. This Dreamcast version is still the best version, and so I'm looking forward to getting into that. I will probably have to spend a few sessions on it just to unlock all the things I want to unlock, because it's got a lot of stuff to unlock. And in fact, once past that, I'll have to see the PS2 version. I sort of ran out of things to do. The mode I wanted to play was actually too easy, even on the highest difficulty level, and me being a scrub. But it is a fighting game. It was a Naomi arcade game, and it came to Dreamcast, and is awesome. So looking forward to playing that, unlocking stuff, and should be a good time. That will probably start tomorrow night, hopefully, and that's the plan. Thanks for watching this Virtua Fighter 3 TV, and I hope my adjusted bandwidth setting enabled people to not get booted out and lagged up and all that, and for my stream not to drop frames. It looks like it didn't, so that's good. So yeah, so that is all for today. Back tomorrow if I don't blow my schedule getting stuck on a drawing or something. So hopefully back tomorrow night, and that's it for tonight though, so good night.